You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, guys. Welcome. My name is McKenzie Fayne. I am here alone. Usually, if you guys follow the Teen Mom franchise here for AfterBuzz TV, I usually have my lovely mother, Mama Lee, joining me, but she is not here today. So we're going to be covering the first two episodes of Teen Mom 2. I was on a little vacay for the first two, so we'll just get caught right up. And then from here on out, we will be here reviewing, discussing, hashing out the show every Wednesday, the day after it airs. So stick with us. It's going to be a great ride here with the Teen Mom 2 season. So one thing I do have to point out, I don't know if any of you guys care about this or see this, but they do this sometimes. Like with Teen Mom OG, it was season 10, episode 1, 2, 3. With this, they're continuing season 9 and doing like episode 16, 17, 18. I don't know why they do that, because they introduced this as a whole new season. So yeah, I'm just not really sure. But anyway, so we have to get through a lot here. And to be honest, if you followed me last season for Teen Mom 2, you would know that I wasn't the biggest fan of that season. And trust me, I'm a huge Teen Mom fan. I love anything Teen Mom, the girls, watching them grow and see the different things that they go through. So I really do enjoy it, but that season I just could not. It was really rough to like stay engaged. I found myself looking at other things while I was watching, which doesn't happen to me very often with this show, especially with OG and usually with Teen Mom 2. So I don't know what the heck happened there, but there was a lot. The only reason I bring that up is because these two episodes, just in these two episodes of Teen Mom 2, are like a whirlwind of a difference compared to last season, because they were juicy and they were good. Now, we all know that Jade from Teen Mom Young and Pregnant just joined the Teen Mom 2 girls, and I think it's really exciting. I liked Jade a lot. I thought she was super dynamic of a character per se, or like a cast member, whatever you want to call her. There's a lot to her. She reminds me of Kailyn in some senses. In some ways, like her family kind of situation is a lot like Kailyn's. She's pretty, to the point in a lot of things that she says and how she acts. But I think she's a super, super great girl. Forgive me, I'm sick, so like my nose is just going all over the place. But anyway, yeah, so I really do like her, and I'm very glad that they chose her. I really, really am. She has a lot of issues with her baby daddy and boyfriend, Sean. So we just see, and we saw, if you followed Teen Mom Young and Pregnant, you would know that they went through a lot together. He's been, substance abuser. I don't really remember if it's alcohol or drugs. I think it's drugs. I'm pretty sure. But comment below if you know for sure what he was on or taking or whatever. If I recall correctly, now that I'm talking about it, I feel like it was prescription drugs. Like, I feel like something happened to him and he like got, I don't know though. We'll see. I can do some of my own digging around. But, they did have a pretty toxic relationship. Like she said in the episodes, it was on and off again. It was not very stable, but one thing you can say about Jade is she is a really good mom. Like, she really is conscious of providing for that baby and making sure that even if this relationship isn't going to work, then she's not going to do it. And I know some people are giving her some backlash about these two episodes and the fight that happened with the texting or the phone situation, and them screaming in front of her. And I do feel so bad, and I really wish they wouldn't do that. But, I do think that she's a great mom. So I want to leave it at that right there. But her and Sean do have a lot of relationship issues, but she has stuck with him through a lot. And I think she may be like fed up. I don't know. But anyway, so they're living with a friend, and, which that's got to be hard with a baby and everything, but they're moving into a new house, probably renting this house, and they have their 4-year anniversary come up, and it's this really great time, and the friend's gonna babysit the baby, Chloe, and they get in this huge fight right as they're about to get ready to leave. And I mean, that thing, it just escalated completely, and I just felt bad about the whole thing. We've all kind of been in situations like that where it doesn't end, like nobody's gonna give in that moment, which was just unfortunate for the fact that they were celebrating something. But I do want to focus my attention back on when they were talking about it. Sean said something that struck me a little bit. He talks about how he feels like it's always her way, she's always right, it's Jade's way, she's always gonna be right, nobody else is ever right. And he just says, my feelings never matter to you. Like, how I feel doesn't matter. And one of the biggest things I feel like I've learned in relationships and, friends, my husband, like whatever it is that every person has their own feelings, and you cannot take that away from somebody. You can't sit here and tell somebody that they're not sad or they're not upset or they're not angry about something, because you cannot tell somebody else how they're feeling. And that is such a huge part of a relationship, I feel like, whether it's your best friend, whether it's your husband, your boyfriend, your parents, or whoever, your siblings. You can't tell somebody how they're feeling. I mean, you don't know what it's like to be in their shoes and how they process something. I mean, I learned a lot in this like psychology class that I took in college, and it just talked about how, I forgot, but we had some kind of example where each person in the room experienced this specific lecture in a different way. You process things differently. Depending on how you came in that morning, if you were in a bad mood, if something happened, if something's going to strike you more than something else in the lecture, or, everybody processes different situations and events completely different, and that's okay. And the thing is to allow other people to have those different feelings. And I just feel like it's such an easy, immature, like stupid thing for them to be going through. And but it's so normal is what I'm trying to say. Like, it's so normal that they're going through that. But I hope that she can, at least give him that comfort of, I do understand where you're coming from, and I do hear your feelings, and it's not always me. I hope they can work that out somehow, because it's a big thing. So they move into this house. They have some issues, moving in, or moving out of their house. They kind of just bicker. He feels like she's trying to control everything, and she's just trying to get it done as fast as she can. And it's just a cycle. I think she has some resentment towards him, and it kind of comes off in this attitude-y way, and he picks up on it, and he probably feels some type of way. But I do think their relationship has a ton of work to do. Foreshadowing, like, I would totally see Dr. Drew, if they continue at this pace and actually stay together, I feel like he'd be like, you guys need like some couples counseling or something, because it's just not working. But anyway, so we move on to Chelsea, who she is just struggling. Like, we watched this from beginning to end. She's just really struggling with this panic attacks and anxiety, and she's been on medication. And really a big thing, we see them going to the JoJo Siwa concert, and it's like 4 hours away. They're gonna stay in a hotel room. They're gonna make it this big trip for Aubrey, and they're taking Chelsea's mom, and she's gonna watch the babies, and it's gonna be this great thing. And they're literally just driving there, and she had said something about it. She had said something previously before they went that I feel like as I get closer to the city that I'm gonna start getting freaky, kind of. And sure enough, like, they're just driving, and she's like, I can't breathe. I cannot breathe. And it was just so sad to watch, because it is such a true real thing that people go through. And, you know, for her to put that out there is just is amazing and great and sad all at the same time, because a lot of people are going to connect to this. And, you know, the fact that she's decided now to go see a therapist, it really is just so nice, because she's doing something with this platform where she's having these issues and she's going through, you know, this tough time. And for people that do have anxiety, that are just sitting around and not taking action to make themselves better or make themselves feel better, maybe Chelsea is the push that they need. Like, you know, she was against, you know, going too, and now I'll go talk to somebody. But it was really sweet that Aubrey said, well, I'll go talk to somebody with you, Mom. And it kind of, the mood changed when she said that. You could see, because Chelsea was like, well, you want to talk to somebody too? And she said, yeah, I do. And Chelsea said, yeah, that's good. Everybody should talk to somebody. And if you talk to somebody, then I definitely have to. And it was really sweet. And I think that's a great thing for Aubrey, especially with everything that she went through with Adam. We didn't get any update with Adam or anything like that in these two first episodes, but we'll definitely, I'm sure, hear more about it. But I mean, Aubrey went through the ringer last season with him not showing up for visits and not caring. It was just really awful, because she's at the age where she knows like what's going on. But on a brighter note for Chelsea and the Dubois family, I was going to say Huska family, but they decided to put an offer in on this piece of land. So that's good to kind of build maybe in the future. They know they want to. They're not in any rush to do it. I'm sure she is, but to get out of that house. But yeah, it was really great steps. And it was so cute how, I mean, you could just go on and on and on about how cute Cole is and how supportive and great he is and just calm. But, you know, he's really on board with the whole thing, and she made sure that he was, and it was great. Okay, so we move on to Leah, who, I mean, honestly, I feel like who isn't stoked at the fact that there could be a spark between, or there is a spark, and there could be a potential relationship again between Leah and Jeremy. It was so cute. I mean, I do remember seeing on social media those posts of them at the reunion and filming, and I mean, it was so cute. I, you know, got a little bit of butterflies in my stomach just thinking about how cute it would be for that family to just work out, and they've grown so much and everything. So we'll see, but a lot of people are rooting for it, so I know that it would be really great. But and she's in her feelings about it. She even says, she's like, I don't know, like, what to do. So, you know, we'll just watch it play out. So, Kail and Leah, they go on a Costa Rica trip together, which is so, so, so cool. They had a great time. Leah brought her sister, and Kail brought her friends, and it was just such a fun time. They do crazy things together, like jumping off of these really high cliffs into water at the waterfalls, and a really fun time. And it was really nice that they got to do that. But Addie also is having issues still with her swollen lymph nodes, and, you know, they're going to need to do a biopsy now, and that's just going to be really tough for Addie and obviously Leah and Jeremy. But hopefully they can get the answers that they need, because they've been struggling with this for too long, and she shouldn't have to deal with it. So, you know, the Costa Rica trip was probably well needed for Leah, you know, definitely, with everything going on and her confusion with Jeremy, and then all this stuff with Addie, and she has this appointment when she gets back. So I think it was really great for her to go. And it was perfect timing for Kail, because we see her go on this Mexico trip with the boys. She was really excited to take the boys on a trip by herself with no help and see how it goes. And it was kind of a fail to her in her eyes. I mean, and I do get it. I see why she felt that way. I mean, we saw, you know, she lost sight of Lux at one point, and Isaac wanted to go in the deep end, and Lincoln couldn't go down the slide because it was deep, and Kail had to be in the pool with him, but she couldn't because she had the baby Lux, and it was just, you know, a big whole thing. But, you know, she has to give herself some credit, because she's alone, and she's doing all this, and she has all these different aged kids, and she's doing it, and, you know, it's really cool that she made that effort to go out and make them have a great spring break. But it was super sad that they were at dinner and the boys just kept saying, maybe next time Chris can come, pretty much. And I'm sure that made Kail just like, you know, her heart hurt because, you know, that's hard for her. I mean, I'm sure she'd want that too. But like I said, it was perfect timing because she goes to Costa Rica the next week when the kids are all at their dad's, and she got to kind of relax. But she did mention to Leah how it was, you know, heartbreaking that she had to, you know, hear that from them, and she felt like she disappointed them, which, you know, wasn't the case at all. I mean, regardless, these kids are having fun, you know, with family, spending time, and I don't know, they did mention about how the food was bad at one point, I don't know. But there are bigger problems, and we are going to get to those right now because Brianna and Devon, guys, like, my brain hurts thinking about this whole situation. Like, well, I just said like so many times, but seriously, how ridiculous. I just wish you guys could, like, please write and comment about this situation because, and I'm going to go over what I think, but I would love to hear back from you guys what you think about this whole Devon thing. So now we start off with Devon going to the father-daughter dance with Nova, and really super cute. I mean, Bree brings her there to meet him at the school. I didn't really like how she went in. It's like, and like kissed her and kept being like saying things to her. I mean, I don't know. If you're a mom, let me know. I mean, I'm sure it would be really nice to go in and see, but that's his thing. Like, let him have it. He doesn't have anything else, and he doesn't even have like custody of the kid. And that's his thing. And this is his weekend with her, and she's gonna. But this is how I was thinking in the beginning. So I'm gonna go like chronologically here. So they go to the dance. It was so cute. Nova's dancing, you know, whipping the nay, doing all this stuff. So cute. And Devon's just loving it, recording her, having a great time. They slow dance. It was just adorable. It was so nice to see those two doing that. But so then the next day happens, and Bree's sitting on the couch with Brittany. And Stella's running around, and she's like, yeah, it's about to be time to go pick up Nova from Devon. And she calls him, and he doesn't get an answer. And, you know, she just has a bad feeling. Just has a really bad feeling about him not picking up. And Brittany's like, it's fine. He's probably trying to calm her down because she doesn't want to go home, and whatever. So anyway, we all see that she goes there, and Devon is just obliterated, like so drunk, can't even keep his eyes open. You know, Bree was so nice and sweet, you know, not really saying anything to him, you know, in the car, not yelling at him in front of Nova. But Nova, you could just see on her face, she was just so upset. And she said to her at one point, Nova, are you okay? And Devon just jumps in, like so obnoxious. Oh, she's great. She had the best time of her life. That kid couldn't be, she's absolutely 100% perfect. Like, she couldn't be any more happier. And it was like, oh my God, okay. First of all, I have a headache. Second of all, like, you are so drunk, shut up. That's how I was feeling the whole time. And him trying to carry her, and it was just such a mess. But Bree held herself together, which we all have given her props on this since she's been on this show. She's super good at holding herself together in front of the kids, I feel like. When she had to meet up with Stella and Lewis, and, you know, she's just really good at that. But it was awful. He was so bad. And, you know, she gets home with Nova, and Nova goes to take a shower or something. And Brittany was just like, I'm so sorry. I will never, like, say anything about or, you know, disregard your motherly judgment ever again. And she was like, it's fine. But you could tell it just was eating her alive. And she just said, it just really sucks. Like, why did he have to do this? Why did he have to go ruin this? Because how am I going to say anything to Nova? What am I going to say to her? You can't go to your, do I explain this to her that what he did? Like, and I don't even know. I really don't know what she would do, what she should do in this situation. It's so messed up and so sad and crazy. But she really is a great mom. So we see the reunion and we see a little bit after, and, you know, Bree's just not happy. She's like, he doesn't show any remorse. He doesn't really care what he did. And I don't even really accept his apology. And, you know, that's kind of where they left it. And yeah, it was really, really rough. And I don't know how they're going to come back from this. And she's like, damn right. I mean, she's not going to be sleeping over there. She's not going to be going with him alone, driving with him. How can you trust him? There's something serious could have happened. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. I think that's pretty much it. We caught all the way up from the first episode to the second. Now we'll jump back in full force next Wednesday for the third episode of this new season of Teen Mom 2. I personally am really excited about this. I think we're going to see a lot. I think this will be very, very, you know, a lot of good content in here. So I'm really excited about it. I hope you guys are too. Leave comments, and hopefully Mama Lee will be back here next week with us. Thank you guys so much for joining. Please subscribe, like, and comment everything to AfterBuzz TV. And check us out. We have different reality station, which is this. We have drama, tons of other stations, channels here on AfterBuzz TV. So check us all out. And we cover lots of shows. So if this is your first time tuning in, there's many more shows for you guys to visit. Thank you guys so much. You can find me on Instagram at McKenzie Fayne. And stay tuned. Like I said, for next week, we'll see you guys then.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.